Hey everybody, I'm back. Um, I would like to address today. I would like to give some encouragement to those who have a problem with self-worth and self-esteem issues. Okay, and this is an area where I struggle quite a bit. Okay, the to have self-worth for yourself, for those of us um, who have trouble with depression, you know, anxiety, OCD, borderline personality disorder, bipolar, PTSD, even whatever mental illness you may have. Let's put it that way. So we struggle with that, okay? And I know everyone is different. I know now I'm making a video about this, and tomorrow I may completely be not very self-conscious of myself and the fact that, oh, I'm ugly as shit. My moods in those areas are always up and down. But today, we're doing fine. And today I feel like, as me being 33 years old and about to turn 34 next month, that I need to give encouragement to people, because I know that on the inside you feel like shit, and on the inside you feel like there's absolutely positively no hope whatsoever. I know you feel like that, because I do sometimes. It's always up and down. But anyway, I've noticed that, and from reading quite a bit on psychologytoday.com, a lot of psychology stuff, that psychiatrists and psychologists now are actually starting to they're actually starting to call ugly people those with severe appearance deficits. Now, that really bothers me. It really irritates me, and let me tell you why. Because even that just shows me that even psychiatrists and psychologists, if they truly believed that every human being on this planet is a beautiful human being, they would not come up for a name or even create a disorder, because that's what it is. It's created a disorder called those with severe appearance deficits. I mean, seriously. The only reason somebody feels and has a shitty self-worth and a bad, oh crud. I go through my whole thing and I practice it when I write it down, and then I always get I have a brain fart on one of the most important words I'm trying to say. Crud. Does that mean that your self-worth is shit, and that your competence, there we go, is also shit? No. The only reason that it's shit is because people make you feel that way. It has nothing to do with you. You came out just the way the Creator wanted you to come out. Okay? As much as no one is perfect, you came out just the way that the Creator, and I can't say, you know what, I will say it. You came out, I say Creator for fear of offending someone. But when it comes to me, I would say that you came out just the way that Odin wanted you to come out. Okay? You came out just the way that Odin saw fit to have you come out. Male, female, whatever. You are beautiful in your own skin, regardless of what anybody else says. Let me tell you, I've had trouble with self-esteem and my self-worth and my competence for a long time, and it's always up and down. Just like I always tell everybody, it's always up and down. There's days that I have great days with not a lot of problems, and there's days where I struggle all day long and I feel completely fucking stupid because I can't get my shit together and pull myself out of it. Trust me, I know. Been there, done that shit. But just because the person at school is picking on you, or just because the person in your family, or brother, or sister, even our parents can treat us pretty shitty. But just because these people treat you that way doesn't mean that you are, does it? Just because someone calls you fat, just because someone calls you ugly, just because someone calls you stupid, and you'll never amount to anything, does that mean that you are? Surely not. Surely not. It does not mean that. Surely not. Okay? Always remember this quote. Okay? It's a quote by Alan Watts. And he says, there was a man who said, I know that I know. But what I would like to see is the I that knows me knows that it knows that it knows. When you hear the words, know thyself, take those words seriously, because to know thyself is to grow. We can also remember that we can never truly know ourselves fully. Okay? Because we are imperfect beings, and because we are imperfect beings, we constantly grow all the time. So to say, well, this year, because everybody, every year, everybody has to put down their New Year's resolution, like quit smoking, lose weight, which is all good. And, I don't ever put any of that stuff. I put to get better and become a better me. Because we're always constantly growing. Because, like I said, we're imperfect beings. We can't just go for a year, learn all we can, change in some direction, and then just quit. You can't just quit. And, I'm sure you could, but why would you want to? I mean, everybody wants to press. As much as we can never be perfect, everybody wants to press for perfection. Okay? Everybody wants to press for it. Perfect doesn't exist. Okay? And in my mind, thank God for that. Because if there was perfect people, it'd be pretty friggin' boring, if you ask me. Having people that are not perfect. Having people that are different. Of race, gender, age, whatever. Sexual preference, gay, lesbian, transgender, it doesn't really matter. All of that stuff, to me, is variety. Puts a little spice in life, Shakes it up a bit, And when I look at that, I go, hey, I like it, And I have quite a few transgender friends. And I love all the ladies to death, because they're all amazing, period. And they're beautiful, and I don't judge them. Because they're wonderfully made women. They're wonderfully made ladies, period. I respect them, I love them, they respect and love me back, because I respect them. It's that simple when it comes to tolerance. I kind of switched the subject to tolerance now. But love everybody. This may come as a kind of a hard thing to understand, because I don't always love myself, but try to love everyone like you want to be loved, and try to treat everybody like you want to be treated. Okay? And that's just one of those things where you cannot, you can't, what's the word I'm thinking of? you can't really... Sometimes people are so enthralled about what other people think that they forget who they are and what they like, because they're too busy trying to make everybody else happy, because they're too afraid and fearful of what they may think if you start to live your life to the fullest of what you're capable of. Trust me, I know. Okay? But to push through all of that and to be able to look at it and say, look, these are the things I enjoy. These are the things I like. If nobody likes those things, because trust me, you're going to have friends that don't necessarily like a lot of stuff about you. But just because they don't like one thing doesn't mean they're not your friend. And always remember, actions always speak louder than words. If these people that you claim are your friends aren't showing you that they are, they're not really your friends. I'm sorry. And that, to me, it took me a long time and a lot of people telling me that to get the point, to understand that concept. If they're on your Facebook page and they're talking to you, if they don't show you that they actually care or that they're in your corner, they're not really your friends. Not to mention, it's just Facebook. It's social media. Anybody on the face of the friggin' earth can be fake on social media. And from what I've learned, people don't necessarily care about you, okay? And you may be hearing what I just said there and go, wait a minute, but they talk to me, they calm me down, they get me centered and back to where I need to be, but so that I'm able to really think and understand myself and grow as a person. That may be, but think of it from this point of view. Knowing that it's Facebook, knowing that it can be completely fake. There's a lot of fake people on Facebook. Knowing that. Come at it from the attention point of view. Meaning that just because they're helping you doesn't mean they care. All that means is they know everybody else is looking at them, so they help you. Simply to look cool. To look good, to get a pat on the head and the back. That is the only reason some people help you. And as hard as that is to believe, that's the reality we live in. People are pretty cold-hearted and pretty selfish. And the more I think about that, honestly, the more angry I get, because I don't like that. I think that everybody should be tolerant to each other to a point, well, taking no shit, of course. And we should all come to a point where we can look at each other in the face and go, look, you're Muslim, I'm Christian. You're pagan, I'm Taoist. You're Buddhist, I'm Hindu. We need to be able to look each other in the face and say, cool, I still love you, and I'm not going to kill you because you believe something different than me. The only reason that we are having trouble like we are having in this world, for example, what happened in Paris, the only reason that we are having troubles of that nature, and I come from the U.S., trust me, 9/11 we got slammed. But the only reason that we are having troubles like that is because of religion. And when I say that, I don't mean to say that every person that's in a religion believes in the death of everybody. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that we need to look at each other in these times and love each other and respect each other. Now, does that mean to love and respect a terrorist? Of course, because I still love them. I may disagree with their premise, okay? I may disagree with what they're doing, but I still love them as a human being. Because, my mother always raised me Christian. I mean, I'm not Christian, but she would always sit there and say, what would Jesus do? Well, what I see is Jesus would love the person back, would he not? Would Buddha not love him back? Would Odin not love that person back? Thor, would he not love them back? Would Freya not love her or him back? Yes, they would. They would love these people back. But if you start to kill people, that's when we have a problem. That's when we're going to have a problem. Because then you are taking your religion too far and in your own hands. To which I say, there will be consequences for doing that. Okay? And that's just the way that I look at that. I mean, hey, I see all that stuff and I go, well, can't we just get along? That's asking a little too much. Honestly, it really is. You know? But it is the way it is. I try to love everyone as they treat me and as they love me and respect me as well. But, you know, as I've said through this video, don't accept someone bullying you and telling you that you're ugly, because no one is ugly. You were born into this world beautiful, and there's not a thing wrong with you. The only reason that you feel and think there is because you're told you are, and you believe it. And trust me, I know that's not an easy thing to do, to just wipe that shit off and go, well, this person's full of shit. Trust me, I understand that that's a hard thing to do, but that's what you gotta do to change your mindset of everything. You have to look at stuff and go, oh, this person's being a complete douchebag to me, telling me I'm an ugly prick, or I'm so ugly I should go friggin' kill myself. You have to look at that stuff and go, man, this person's a dumb shit. I don't really give a fuck what they think, because it's a negative opinion. And you know, it's funny. I don't know about you, but the more I go out in the world, the more I see some really stupid people. Okay, there's a lot of stupid motherfuckers in this country, let me tell you. And the thing that I kind of laugh at, because it's kind of humorous to me, is if you think the person, for example, walk around with a fucking notepad, you'll find a lot of stupid motherfuckers. But the thing that's funny is you'll find stupid motherfuckers that trump those stupid motherfuckers. And that's what makes me smile. That's what makes me laugh, kind of. It makes me laugh, because you got to find humor in the little shit, okay? And that's what makes me kind of giggle. Like, if there wasn't stupid people, life would be kind of boring if you think about it. If there wasn't someone to rile up society, it'd be kind of boring, wouldn't it? You got to look at the simple, small stuff too sometimes. But like I've said, don't ever take shit from anyone. Don't. Because you're better than that. You are better than that. You have the power within inside yourself, the deep, deep down inside your soul. You was created for a purpose. And your purpose in life, your purpose growing up, is to figure that out and to find out what that purpose for your life is. Because when you're first born, you don't know any of that stuff. Shit, even in college you may not know that. I know I didn't. But that's our purpose in life, is to constantly grow within ourselves, that deep, deep down inside you. Okay? Because what you do is the same thing the whole universe is doing inside you. You are like a wave turning over in the surf, because that is exactly what that wave was meant to do, because that's how the universe created that wave in that specific moment, in that specific spot. You are doing exactly what the universe is doing. Existing. But to truly exist is to find thyself. But the only way to truly find thyself is to grow within yourself every single day. Period. Because without admittance comes no growth. You can't just look at a situation that you know you're wrong and say, I'm not wrong. You can't constantly be stubborn, and I know that's very hard sometimes not to do. But you also have to be able to look at situations and say, I was wrong. Because if you can't admit you're wrong, you can't grow in the things and the mistakes that you've made. You have to be able to do that. Otherwise, there's no growth. So, those are my 20-minute thoughts for the day. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope it gives you a sense of hope, because I know sometimes we all kind of lose that fervor of hope, like, oh well, fuck today. And you may feel like that today, but I hope that I've at least helped you and planted that seed inside your head that helps you feel a little bit better about yourself. Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you feel better about yourself, because I have the same issues. Imasta.